What does strong mean? Strong. Start to realize our natural greatness. Hi, I'm Inertia Wave Dave, introducing the Inertia Wave Strong. What makes it different? If you're already familiar with the Inertia Wave Solo and the Inertia Wave Duo, you know already it can manipulate matter and energy as you fight against the inertia. The Inertia Wave Strong is the perfect balance of metabolic strength, core conditioning, synergistically creating a complete balanced workout. Okay, this just happens to be our wall board, aircraft aluminum. The anchors are exactly 28 inches apart. The reason why that's the sweet spot with the Inertia Wave in regards to impedance match and the way it performs. An optimal wavelength has been measured between 28 inches. You could hook it anywhere from 24 to 36 inches. I'm taking my rail strap, which could never be omitted, and I'm putting it through. I'm taking the D-ring, pulling it tight, keeping it whole. Military grade rail straps, webbing, holds 1,200 pounds of torque. I'm running it through, I'm pulling it tight. Every Inertia Wave comes with the O-ring and the carabiner. Taking the carabiner and I'm connecting it, D-ring's alive, to the D-ring. So the carabiner sits in between the O-ring and the D-ring of the rail strap. Again, on this side, connecting the carabiner to the D-ring. So you have 3 articulating surfaces. It will not perform without the rail strap. Now with the Inertia Wave Strong, it comes with 2 handles. I'm going to open up the noose at the end of the Inertia Wave Strong. This is not going anywhere. And I'm going to click right here, the carabiner. And I'm going to take this, click it in place, clip it, the carabiner, and now you have your handles on the end. We are ready to begin the Inertia Wave Strong workouts. But before we start, let's meet the Inertia Wave team. This is Kate.
Hey guys, if you're getting a little tired, a little dizzy, or a little out of breath, it's okay to take a rest.
I want you to meet Alex.
I really hope you guys are warming up in this.
And I want you to meet Matt.
Hey guys.
Oh yeah.
Hope you're hydrated.
All right, Kate, here's what I want you to do. Take a hand grip in each hand. We've already attached the hand grips to the end with the noose. Walk back to that red line. Put your feet right on the red line. Your feet are no further than 12 inches apart. Okay, so this is your resistance profile. You want to feel the tension with your arms straight. Pull back for me, just 1 repetition. Hold that position. Okay, hold the position. Bring your fist down just a little bit right there. Good. Hold that level of tightness. On a scale of 1 to 10, how intense is that tightness? Like a 7, that's good. We want to be somewhere between a 7, 8, and a 9. Notice that the wrist is in line with the elbow, okay? Your hands are spaced. All right, go through a basic row, just a basic standing row. Drive it back. I want you to lead with your elbows. Drive your elbow down and back. Hold that position. Feel it between your shoulder blades. Follow this path of motion. Keep the elbows down. I want you to act as if you're driving your elbow into the ground as your wrist follows your elbow. Keep going. Keep going. How about if we get a little creative, incorporate a squat row? Let's squat down first, pull on the way up. Good. 1. Down first, pull on the way up. Excellent. And pull on the way up. Now, when you're doing these exercises, you're concentrating on the upper back muscles, posterior shoulder girdle muscles. You're incorporating a squat, so this is a full body exercise where you get the benefits of the squat and the resistance profile during the actual row. All right, slow it down and relax. Now, she's gonna do the strength component way before the oscillating component. So what Kate has done right now, she has already completed 4 sets, 10 to 12, based on her perceived rate of exertion of the strength moves. As soon as she's done with those strength moves, immediately there's a green noose on the end of the Inertia Wave Strong. She's gonna unclip the carabiner from the noose, drop the hand grips. She's gonna go with the thumbs up position because it's a better resistance profile. Walk it back and start the core engagement as well as supercharge her cardiovascular system. So she's adding the metabolic component or the HIIT component to the Inertia Wave Strong. Go with the Inertia Wave method. Go. That's it. Keep it going. Good. Tighten the core. Stay tight. Chest up. Look over the horizon. Never, ever look down. And listen for that wind sound. If you hear the wind sound, you know we're doing it right. How do you feel? How do you feel? Good. How long can you go? How long can you go? Give it to me in seconds. Seconds.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay, Matt, come on in. We're gonna do a chest press, but we're gonna do the chest press in proper opposition. We're gonna make sure that the load line is not directly through the arm. You have to adduct the shoulder girdle to get proper stimulus in the pec. I see it all the time. Here's what we're gonna do. Hold this right in front of you. Okay, so right now your right shoulder is facing the anchor point, right? I want you to quarter turn towards me this way. Good. Now, pretend you're doing a chest press with 2 cables in your hands. So follow that path and hold it for me. 1 foot back, just like you would do a chest press. Come on out and hold that position. Good. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to walk this way more. Put a little more tension on the tubes. Okay, so follow this path. Adduct, hold that position. Good. Okay, I want you to look here. This is midline. When Matt goes back, he's bringing his arms to midline every time. Go back for me. Bring your arms to the side of that stick every time. Go. Press it out. Hold that position. Good. So when you do the single arm for the chest press with the Inertia Wave Strong, I want you to act as if you have 2 tubes in your hand. You cannot do the Inertia Wave Strong with the tubes coming off the anchor point. It's not in the right position. This is 100% pec. So we're gonna work this way, laterally, 1 at a time. Do 1 more rep for me. Exhale and hold. Good. Now I want you to switch to the other side. So we could do the other side. There you go. Face me. Perfect. 1 foot in front of the other. Okay, you got to move this way now. Okay, I want you to look. Good. Follow that path right here. Press it out. Hold. Now, get a close-up on this. I want you to see this. See how the tube is on his arm? That is incorrect. So what do you have to do? Turn with me this way. This way. Good. Now the load line's coming out of his elbow. It's away from his forearm. So he has opposition, opposing forces, pulling the shoulder towards midline, towards the sternum. That's the proper way to train chest. Now act as if you have 2 cables and let's go through the motion. Press it out. 1. Good. Breathe in a little slower on the way back. Press. Now hold that position for me. Okay, take note, everyone. I want you to make believe that you're standing against a brick wall when you're doing this. Matt, bring your arm back to that stick. Right there. Notice that right there? I don't want you to go excessive range of motion on the anterior delt. Does that make sense? I don't want you to go back. Make believe there's a piece of Velcro here. I don't want it to rip. So you only go back to act as if there's a wall. Go back to midline, hold that position. Good. That is the proper way to do a chest press with the resistance profile of the Inertia Wave Strong. Okay, Matt just got done with the single arm chest press. You learned about opposition and load line. He's picking the basic Inertia Wave pattern. Okay, he's gonna pull it in, fist under the, that's it. He already knows what to do. Basic Inertia Wave pattern, sagittal plane, up and down, listening for the wind sound, never hitting the ground, getting that wind, keeping it rhythmic, keeping it smooth, keeping it coordinated. Notice how the spring movement, he stays very loose in the knee, very loose in the ankle, in the hips. His shoulder blades are depressed. He's looking over the horizon. Okay, the next exercise you're gonna see with the Inertia Wave Strong is for the triceps and a little bit of the posterior shoulder girdle muscle. I'm gonna explain something really quick. The shoulder and the hip joint are very similar in fashion. They extend, okay? And they don't have a very much extension without adding hip flexion. Even my lower extremity, if I extend here from my hip to train my glutes, that's the hamstring and the gluteal area extending. There's not a lot of movement there. Okay, but the cool thing about this is it's working the triceps. So as Matt extends his arm back, you could equate this to like a kickback, but you don't see him bent over. So basically it's a standing kickback, if you want to call it that way. So he's going to go through a series of exercises just extending the shoulder joint. Only so far. His hand's going to go to his hips. He's going to extend back and hold every time. You're going to pause at the end range and count 2, 3, 4. Comes forward, back, hold, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to put the regional emphasis in the tricep as he extends the shoulder joint. Okay, with Kate, we're going to find her level of tension. Bring these by your sides. We're going to do something a little different. You saw the shoulder extension. Okay, for the triceps and the upper postural back muscles, we're gonna incorporate a triple flex squat position. So she's gonna squat and pull at the same time. So we're gonna do an integrated movement. She squats. As she stands, she pulls back. She squats. As she stands, she pulls back. Notice her fist. Her fist will never go in front of her kneecap. She's always keeping a level of tension in the back area without letting the arms go forward. So there's always a level of tension in the triceps as she squats consistently. So it's the volume knob is at 8 the whole time, and then she makes it a 10 as she pulls back. A couple more, pull back, good, pull back. Now we're gonna take the noose off. Now again, in the Inertia Wave Strong workouts, remember, you're doing 4 sets, 10 to 12 repetitions of all the strength moves. You're going to get as creative as possible. You guys know your strength moves. You know what you could do with resistance tubes as well. So you're gonna create thousands of exercises on your own based on your goals, your physical condition, and then you're gonna choose the Inertia Wave Solo or the Inertia Wave Strong method that you could see in our video programming. Right now, she's gonna do the hurricane method. So you're gonna turn around. Find your resistance profile, 1 foot back. Good, you're always seeing your fist. You wanna make sure that your fist and your arms never do this. Okay, you don't wanna have your arms like this. This will kill your shoulder, kill your elbow. So it's out in front of you, 90 degrees. She's gonna flutter the tubes. This is anti-extension. Anti-extension. Right now, her abdomen is on fire. I'm trying to pull her back. I want you to look up, Kate. Good. A lot of times people will look down. Always look over the horizon when you're doing this. Stay loose. Keep it going. Keep it going. During the IW Strong Bicep Curl, your elbows are pointed towards the black rail straps. That's it. Elbows higher, elbows higher. Never let your elbows drop past this. You're on a shelf, so your elbows are pointed towards the rail strap. Excellent. Hold, let just one down, let just one down. Bring this one up. Hold the position, let this down. Bring this one up. Hold the position, let this down. Good. Bring it up. So we get really creative here. And hold. Hold that position, hold that position. Good. Can you sit down on your butt? Sit right down on your butt. Lean back slightly. Okay, arms straight. Let's do a bicep curl again. Get your chest high, sit tall, taller. Sit tall, right there, right there, right there. Bicep curl, good. That's it. Good, stay tall, bring your head right to that stick. Head to the stick, head to the stick. Chin up, chin up, chin up. Tighten the core, don't let those elbows drop. Good, one more, come on. All right, Alex. Alex is gonna do the tidal wave for you. Alex is taking those tubes, coming up into that V shape every time. So you're following that V shape, tidal wave. Nice. What you're looking at now is we're about to do a rear delt exercise, posterior deltoid, or the upper postural muscles of the shoulder girdle. This is a perfect anatomical position. Neutral spine, chin up, triple flexed here. But look at the position of the body. Water runs down the arm. Her wrist is in line with her elbow. Now, if you come around and look over here, I put this stick here because I don't want her hands to go further in as she's pulling. I want to make sure that her wrist is in line with her elbow at all times. Most people, when they pull, bring your hands together. They bring their hands in towards their shoulder joint like this. That's incorrect. We want to keep that hand wide so it's always leading with the elbow. So when you do the rear delt exercise, everyone, I want you to imagine that you're throwing your elbows back and your hand is nothing more than a grip device going along for the ride. Your hand is nothing more than a grip going along for the ride. Can you drive your elbows back without your hands coming together? Hold that position. I tell you what, Katie, can you hold that stick right against your chest? Good. Now, I want to make sure her wrist is straight, elbows are high, chin is up, core is tight, good base of support. I'm going to remove the stick. It was just a training wheel. She's going to go through the rear delt exercises, walk back just a little for some tension. Okay, now see this wrist is starting to bend? Good. These are some things I want you to be aware of. I want that wrist to stay nice and straight. Go through the rear delt motion. Pull it back. Keep the fist away from migrating to your shoulder. So keep them out. There you go. Keep them out. Pull it back. Never look down. Always look up. Constantly look up at the horizon. Pull back. Pull back. This is an excellent exercise, a postural exercise, a strength exercise for the posterior deltoid as well as the rhomboid, all the upper shoulder girdle muscles. How's it feel? Burning. Keep it going, keep it going. And relax, hold that position. Now, if you start to fatigue, what do you do if you start to fatigue?
You relax.
You relax, that's right. Take a break. You don't have to keep going if you lose form. Here's the bottom line. We're doing this posterior deltoid exercise because it's really important that you train the muscles that you don't see in the mirror. Everybody trains what you see in the mirror as for a cosmetic reason. If you train the muscles you don't see in the mirror, that's how you achieve the ultimate results when it comes to your physique and your well-being and your strength component. What exercise do we do after that? Well, it's called the wave length method. What Katie's gonna do right now is the exact same exercise without the hand grips. We don't want you to wave the inertia wave with the hand grips at any time. Okay, so one in each hand. Do the same exact exercise. Go back, pull it back on a shelf, freeze in that position. Let's do the inertia wave. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. The standing tricep and core method. So Matt, you're gonna pick up the Inertia Wave Strong handles, walk it in tight, find your resistance profile. The first thing you're gonna do is establish your base of support. 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. Your elbows are by your side. Matt, what I want you to do is I want you to follow this load line, just so you have a little bit of an awareness. So follow your hands right along that load line, press straight out. Good, hold that position. So what are you looking at right now? Some of you know this as a close grip bench press. Your elbows are tight to your side. You're pushing straight out, elbow extension, anterior delt, triceps. All right, let's go through a couple methods. Good. That's what I want. Good. Take that. Let's take that. Press it out. Bring it back. Press it out. Bring it back. Press it out. Give me both together now. Both together. Can you hold that position and switch your mat face? Straight out mat face. Good. One more, one more, one more, one more. You just saw the standing tricep and core method. I like to pick my method of choice that I would do with that particular exercise. I'm gonna relax the triceps a little bit. I'm gonna throw in a little pec. I'm gonna throw in a little bicep, a little coordination, cognitive coordination, a little more kinesthetic awareness. Has a huge carryover when you're trying to increase hand and eye coordination. I'm going to show you the double over and I'm going to transition into the double under. This is just my method of choice with the Inertia Wave Strong after the strength component. I'm coming back. I'm never putting my feet further than 12 inches apart. In that triple flex strong position, I'm going to start creating small circles. Right, left. Right, left, never together, never together. Right, left, shaking the water off my hands, letting the tubes go over each other. I'm gonna let it slow down, switch it up. This is the double under, now they're going under each other. And that's the metabolic component after the strength component. And you can see how incredibly winded I am. What was that, 30 seconds, maybe. The power of the Inertia Wave Strong. We'll be right back. Now we're gonna demonstrate the loaded ab, core, and oblique method. There's an exercise out there, everyone, called the Palloff press. You see a lot of coaches and trainers. This is my personal opinion. They stand here with a tube, a resistance tube of sorts, and they hold it in and they extend it out. And they hold it in and extend it out. To me, that's like a light switch shutting on and off. So to me, this is a rest. This is 100% a complete rest. To me, it's a waste of time. This is my personal opinion. I want you to have a level of tension at all times. So we're working the oblique system, we're engaging an anti-rotational movement pattern the whole time. We're holding the hand grip. You're gonna find your level of tension. Do I want it all the way out from my sternum, which is the most level of tension? Do I wanna bring it in? Let's say that's a 10, this is a 5. Maybe I'll start with a 5, okay? But I don't really wanna hold it to my sternum because there's really nothing happening. So I'm gonna hold it a little between the 5 and the 10 mark, and you're gonna hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're gonna switch the pitcher. And you're gonna hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're gonna switch. So come on over, Alex. We're gonna hold that level of tension. Good, now notice her posture. Chin, cervical posture, sternum high, slight hip flexed, knees flexed. She's holding that level of tension. Now she's holding it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch the pitch. Oh, Alex wants to do a hop. Okay, so Alex is actually incorporating a hop position to get to the other side. So this is a light switch on all the time, working the oblique system, working the abs. Everything is engaged, and switch. Good, hold that position. Hold the position. Now, if you don't want to do a hop, because Alex just created that, which is very cool, you could do just basically a step and turn. So let's just turn. Good, so 1 foot and turn, hold that position, hold that level of tightness. This is far superior than the typical power-off press that you see everybody doing with the resistance tube going in and out. This is a light switch on. It's the Inertia Wave Strong way, and it's the optimal way. That's it. Yeah, you can look at the anchor point. You can look straight ahead. Anchor point, straight ahead. Anchor point, straight ahead, and relax. Inside of your kit, your Inertia Wave Strong kit, you're gonna find 2 black pads. Okay, longer ankle straps, you might call them. They're gonna come with 2 carabiners. Here's what we're gonna do. The next exercise, we're gonna show you how to hook up for the lower extremity. So we're about to begin our lower extremity workouts with the Inertia Wave Strong. The first exercise we're gonna do a reverse lunge. Though this is predominantly gluteal area, but we're gonna add a little load component. We're gonna take the strap and we're gonna hook it to the green noose here. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold this pad, hook the carabiner to the other side, take the black pad, put it around your waist, walk forward and create tension. All right, we're gonna bring our team in here. We're gonna do a reverse lunge with a hip thrust combination. Here we go. Open the green noose, attach your carabiner, take the black strap, put it around your hips, walk out for that tension, lean slightly forward, find your balance, your structure, start to slowly step back. The IWS reverse lunge is one of the most direct glute exercises we know of today. The resistance curve of this exercise matches the strength curve of the glutes, as well as incredible regional emphasis in the quadriceps and hamstrings. Now I'm going to show you one of my favorites, and if I could have the opportunity just to educate you a little bit, because I don't want you to waste your time. Hip extension concentrically. What does that mean? I'm going to extend my hip back. Okay, the prime mover is the hamstring. You see it all the time. You have a cable here, bottom pulley, you extend your leg back, you're training your glutes. Okay, the glute maximus, the biggest, meatiest part of the glute. Now, besides the cosmetic reasons, the reason why you want to train your glutes on a regular basis is they actually give you the foundation to exert force off of. That's where all the power comes from. Look at a horse, okay? Big butt, skinny legs. Why are they so fast? So we have to train the glutes for proper pelvic stability and alignment, as well as low back. But watch this. In the gyms, you see the bottom cable, okay? Women especially, okay, because they're the people who are doing more of these glute exercises, are putting an ankle strap on. Then they hold the machine. Then they lean over and they kick it back. Okay, look at my leg and look at this load line. This line right here is an opposition line. That means all the load is directed parallel through my joint. There's absolutely I'll put my 32-year career on this. Absolutely no stimulus in the glutes. When you see these women push back like this, push back, because you're directly opposed through the joint. The load is through the hip joint. If I was to stand tall and extend my leg back, I'd have proper opposition, because then it's 100% hip extension with the default or the prime mover being the hamstring. So I'm going to show you an exercise right now that's going to blow away these exercises that you see in the gym. So here we go. I'm going to take the ankle straps, I'm going to put them around. One on each. Now, I'm going to go for distal loading. What that means is the load line is furthest away from the axis of rotation, or from the movement pattern that I'm creating in my hip joint. I'm going to put some tension on the tubes. What I want you to do is get in that athletic posture for balance and just start to weight shift, right side, left side. And as you weight shift, take your foot off the ground. So I take my right foot off the ground like a piece of paper's under it. Left foot off the ground like a piece of paper. What am I doing? I'm getting used to where my body is in space. Okay, kinesthetic awareness. I need to know that I have the proper balance before I add the movement pattern. Here's the pattern. Here's what I want you to do. As you shift to the right, you're going to extend the left leg back. Hip extension concentrically. Hold that posture. Bring it back to the starting point. I'm going to use this as a reference. There's a piece of tape on the ground. I use that as a reference where my feet cannot go further than that. Okay, so I'm going to shift, extend back. Shift, extend back. Shift, extend back. So this is 100% glutes. Notice my upright posture. I'm standing tall, sternum high. I'm not flexing forward. I'm not pushing my leg back. I'm keeping my leg as straight as possible as I go through hip extension for the glutes, hip extension for the glutes. Now, this is an external sense of stability. For those of you who are having a problem with the weight shift and maintaining your balance, all you have to do is use some kind of a pole or a chair or an external object that will give you a better ground force reaction, or a platform to exert the force off of, and you become more stable. So I'm here, and now I can shift back. And now I can shift back. And I feel much more stable, and I'm getting more regional emphasis because the platform has more structure to exert the force off of, rather than being integrated. Now this is an integrated movement which is going to enhance my stability and my entire function as far as my system is concerned. So those are the exercises. Hip extension, back, back. If it gets too tough, you could bring it up around your knees and you could start that way. Okay, that would be your training wheel. I suggest you get used to getting the distal load as often as possible. Excellent exercise for the glutes coming from the Inertia Wave Strong. This is my exercise of choice as far as the methods are concerned. When I get done with hip extension concentrically for the glutes in that sagittal plane, shifting back and forth, I'm going to immediately take off the black straps that were around my ankle. I'm going to grab the hand grips, and I'm going to do a squat movement pattern that's going to activate the glutes, but I'm also going to get a little more core and ab stability in there as well. I'm going to come back and put as much tension on the tubes as possible, where I feel like it's going to pull me to the balls of my feet. Okay, walk forward, put the black strap around your waist, walk out and find your resistance. Slowly decelerate as you accelerate, slightly engage and contract the glutes. Hold the position, feel the squeeze, come out of it, good. Nice and slow. Drop it down, squeeze the glutes. Never extend your arms out in front of you. That's going to pull you forward. Actually put your hands behind your glutes. Feel the squeeze. All right, okay, let's put this ankle strap on around the right ankle. Hook to the carabiner. Now, I put this stool here. You could use whatever you want to feel comfortable, to feel more stable. If you have the balance, then obviously you don't need the stool, but it's there as a fallback. What Katie's gonna do right now, she's going to find her balance, find her center. She's gonna maintain her center of mass. Here's what we're gonna do. As she extends out, hold the position, bring it back to the starting point. There's a couple things I want to tell you when you're doing this exercise. Come on down. This exercise right now, she has the ankle strap all the way down. That's distal loading. You don't have to do that. If you want to bring it up mid-calf, you could start there. So everything is a regression. We could progress as we get stronger and as we build our balance. You could even put it right around the knee. So she could do a couple like this. Go ahead. Now we're changing the resistance profile because we're taking away the distal loading. We're making it easier on the system. And it's okay. It's okay to start like that. Okay, do a couple like this for me. You can see how easy it is for her to maintain her balance when the load is less. Now we're gonna bring it down to the calf. Have her do a couple more exercises, or more repetitions, I should say. And now we're gonna go all the way down, which is the most difficult. And at this point, maybe Katie decides she wants to hold on to the stool, or she just goes through the exercise. After attaching the ankle strap, keep your leg straight and slightly off the ground. Slowly start to sweep your leg towards the planted stable foot. Maintain your balance by moving slow and feeling every inch of the movement. As you reach the other foot, lock and hold the load against the inside of the stable foot. Hold for about 3 seconds. Now return to the starting position and perform those sets, 12 to 15 repetitions, switching to the opposite leg. Slow and strict, keep your balance. Hold that position, bring it out slowly, because you want a concentric and eccentric component as you go through hip abduction. Working the adductor group, 5 muscles on the inside of your thigh, along with core stability. A lot of people can also do this without holding on to the stool as an external sense of stability. However, the stool will give you more emphasis in the adductor complex. Notice Alex on the left, she has proximal loading, versus Katie on the right has the strap all the way down her ankle, distal loading. So it's really up to you how you want to start this position. Okay, today's Inertia Wave Strong workout was to show you the basic movement patterns with the Inertia Wave Strong. Obviously, we have hand grips you could attach. We have belts you could attach. We know that you're going to create your own exercises based on your experience and what you've been doing for your fitness program. Right now, I'm going to show you the Inertia Wave Strong knee extension and squat combo. Let me explain to you quickly why I call it a knee extension. If you look carefully at my knees, in the physical therapy world, you'll know this as terminal extension. As I pull my knee back against resistance, I'm actually working my quadriceps. This is a knee extension. The only thing you're not seeing is my lower leg extending. My lower leg extending. But if you watch carefully, my lower leg is extending as I drive my knee back. And I hope that makes sense. So here's what we're gonna do. Once I put these straps around my knees to create a resistance profile, coming from the center between my lower leg and my upper leg, I'm gonna walk back and create as much tension as I can. I'm in my squat stance, that triple flexed stable position from the ankle, from the knee, from the hip. I'm gonna go down into my squat. Now, what is going to pull the tubes back? It's my knees driving the load or the resistance profile back as I stand. What I do not want you to do is just stand up. So I'm going to drive my knees back as I stand. I'm really not thinking about pressing off the ground. What I'm thinking about is maintaining that structure, that posture as I drive my knees back. You'll probably be able to do 6 or 8 of these and that's it. You're gonna get an incredible quad burn. This is absolutely amazing. So we're adding resistance to the squat by driving the knee back. Now I'm gonna call Matt in here. One at a time, take your time, wrap it around, put it right around your knee, clip the carabiner. Good, keep it right around your knee. Clip the carabiner, walk back, readjust the two, yep, walk back, get into your upright squat position. Start to do your squats and pull your knees back. Pull back, good. So when he stands up, you drive the knees back against the resistance. This is an amazing exercise for the quads. You got glute contractions in there, stability. So we are supercharging the triple flex squat position with the Inertia Wave Strong and the resistance profile it creates from directly opposing right here. All that energy is coming right from the tubes into the quadriceps by him driving his knees back. All that ground force reaction. Awesome. We just finished up with the Inertia Wave Strong knee extension and squat combo. Again, after the exercise, the strength component of the Inertia Wave Strong, now it's your imagination, your creativity to pick the Inertia Wave method. You're already familiar with the Inertia Wave, the 7 methods of use, which we call the beginner methods, the advanced methods of use, which are the advanced with the thumbs up position, which is a totally different resistance profile. We're gonna finish off, I'm gonna do the next exercise. I love the microburst. It's a very cognitive type of movement pattern. I'm gonna use a single tube. I usually use double tubes. Okay, I have my strong team here. Again, Alex, Matt, and Katie, we did a great job today, and we did this for you. So you have an understanding of the strength component with the Inertia Wave Strong, as well as the oscillating wave, which is the core engager, obviously, and it's a real smoker when it comes to cardiovascular or supercharging your cardiovascular system. I'm gonna finish off with what's called the micro burst. I'm gonna just do a single tube, transition. I like this exercise from a side anti-rotation, ground force reaction, sagittal plane, forward posture, and I can maneuver right to the other side, so I hit both sides. Again, how long are you supposed to do the inertia wave for? It's your perceived rate of exertion. On a scale of 1 to 10, how winded are you? Okay, right now I'm right at the cusp of 7, 8, 9, so I had to slow down. So really use your own perceived rate of exertion. It's like jumping rope. Think of the inertia wave. If you're jumping rope, how long am I supposed to jump rope for? It's impossible to answer. How winded are you? How do you feel? It's all based on your present condition. We are the Inertia Wave team, Inertia Wave Strong. And what does strong stand for, guys? Start to realize our natural greatness.